It is such a great honor to be surrounded by so many influential speakers across the world. 25 to be precisely, like to be one of the 25 speakers who's going to share the platform today. I am really, really honored to be here. But before I continue, I just want to double check if I'm in the right platform here. How many of you can say that I have never, ever complained in life with a raise of hand? I have never, ever complained in life. If you're watching us, can you put a 5 in the chat box? I'll come and check it out. Because you know, in life, sometimes you go complaining about everything. Oh, the weather is really bad today. Traffic was worse than expected. My family drives me crazy sometimes. Oh, the movie was really disappointing. You name it. Though whining can be a way to build an inspiration, it can also keep us from acting, and it gives excuses time to procrastinate from achieving goals. One thing I've realized is that we usually complain in the wake of a negative situation. We tend to focus more on the problem than finding potential solutions. It is so much easier to complain than to find solutions. And individuals who whine on a regular basis, they are up to have a bad health. So next time we'll find you complaining that, why do pizzas come in square boxes? Yet they are round. And funny enough, they are cut in triangles. Does that sound like you? Yeah. Please write this down. Please write this down. What's holding us back from connecting as one world? What's holding us back? If I have dreamers in this house, if I have go getters in this house, if I have trailblazers, just give me a 5 in the chat box. What's holding us back? Setting your mindset for success is significant. I think that our opinions have an amazing influence on our daily lives because we all want a successful and a happy life. Who doesn't want that, really? But then success goes with faith. My everyday book, it says that now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. For by it we obtain a good testimony. By faith we understand that the worlds were framed by the word of God, so that the things which are seen were not made of things which are visible. So being here, it shows that you are not willing to settle for a mediocre life. So don't let others stand in your way. If you're chasing your dreams, don't let others stand in your way. Please write this down. Please write this down. Don't measure life by material things. Don't measure life by material things. The most beautiful things in life are not materialistic things. So don't complicate your life by surrounding yourself with people who see life as a competition rather than making a difference in this world. Billy Graham once said, the greatest legacy one can pass on to one's children and grandchildren is not money or other material things accumulated in one's life, but rather a legacy of character and faith. A legacy of character and faith. Some people in life will value you because of your material things, and others will come in your life to use you for their own benefit. How many of you have dreams and goals that you want to achieve maybe in the next 6 months, maybe in the next year, maybe in the next 2 months, maybe before the year ends? How many of you have dreams and goals that you want to achieve? Can you put in the chat box, rise to greater heights? Rise to greater heights. We cannot underestimate the value of surrounding ourselves with positive thinkers. You need such people in your life who can change the way you think. And these incredible things will hold you accountable for any action that you take. I remember Tony Robbins, he once said that where focus goes, energy flows. So please, let's connect globally and don't measure life by material things. Because you know what happened? My mother, she suffered a double loss when my father died. The assets that she could have inherited were all taken by her in laws. Being widowed presents a remarkable form of a shift, one which is entirely different from any kind of separation a human being can experience. How many of you have been in a situation where you felt like the whole world is just watching over you so that they can just sabotage any move that you make? How many of you, just give me one in the chat box? That's exactly how my mom felt. She felt like the whole world was just watching over her so that they could sabotage any move that she makes. You can only imagine how it felt like being in her shoes. She only wished that my dad could have written a will to protect her from the inhuman mistreatment she got from his family members. And most of the treatments were geared towards dehumanizing her, which was always a painful psychological experience she had to live throughout her life. My father had failed to write a will clearly stating how their assets will be distributed. And this left my mom vulnerable to abuse from the in laws, a story which is echoed in most societies. Many people generally avoid talking about death, yet death is inevitable. And if it's untimely, it leaves such a devastation behind. So I grew up as an orphan, a young girl with big dreams, when big was all about the kings and queens. I was so fed up of being stigmatized, ignored, and excluded in many activities. I just wanted to make a difference to such community, to that orphan that doesn't fit anywhere around the school playground, to that widow who doesn't belong anywhere in the community and whose voice has been silenced, to that single parent who is trying by all means to provide basic needs for her children. I just wanted to give hope to the hopeless situations, to remind them that they do exist and matter in their community, and that they have a purpose to fulfill while they are still alive in this world. I wanted to demonstrate the love of God by giving back to the community so that the less privileged individuals have their basic needs met, to have an improved economic opportunities to impact their community. I believe in promoting poverty relief and community empowerment into other impoverished so that the less privileged individuals have their basic needs met. So I founded Swati Canadian International based on my experience to stimulate a worldwide awareness and obliging resources on the dilemma of those who are trapped in a series of poverty, to convey confidence to the vulnerable, strives to alleviate the suffering, illiteracy, and to build a dependable network in making sure that our better life for all is achieved in a compassionate and dignified manner. I remember Barack Obama once said, "The future rewards those who press on." I don't have time to complain. I don't have time to feel sorry for myself. I'm going to press on. So how many of you in this platform are ready to run their own race in life? Say I or just type I in the chat box. Please write this down. Please write this down. Rise to greater heights. Rise to greater heights. Don't value other people's views before you listen to yourself. It's your life, so focus on your race. Queen Elizabeth once said, "When life seems hard, the courageous don't lie down and accept defeat. Instead, they are all more determined to struggle for a better future." So rise to greater heights, good people. Rise to greater heights, kings and queens. At the end of the day, failure shouldn't be our undertaker, but it should be an opportunity to begin again. As long as you learn from it, remember that your dreams are valid and you need to do what you can to fight for them. And also, when that alarm clock goes off, please, please don't ever hit the snooze button. Don't be like, "I will wake up in the next 2 minutes. I will wake up in the next 4 minutes." You know what? Forever is a long time. Forever is a long time. Just wake up, get going, and let's connect globally. Zig Ziglar once said that you don't have to be great to get started, but you'll have to get started to become great in life. So let's get started. As much as as far as we are, let's just get started. Please write this down. Resilience to greatness. Resilience to greatness. If I can be honest with you, I don't know what dreams you have about your life. I don't know what goals you've set for the coming year, but here's one thing I know about you. You are destined for greatness. Inside of you, God has put seeds of excellence. Those seeds are supposed to grow and flourish. But many people have become crippled by their past encounters, and some have stepped over other people to get to the top. But I believe that God has better plans for every one of us. Your objective is what you were designed for and the reason why you live today. With God, I believe that we are all destined for greatness as long as we follow His strategy. Because this is when the growth commences. Because discovering your gift and following God's idea will show you what your reason in life is. My everyday inspiration, Mr. Les Brown, he once said, "If you had to die today at this very moment, at this hour. What dreams, what ideas, what goals, what visions, and what books will die with you. And he also continued that the richest place on this planet is the cemetery, because that's where all the dreams, all the visions, all the goals have been buried. I don't know about you, but with me, each and every time when I listen to this message, I just get sleepless nights. And I am proud today to introduce Rise to Greater Heights book. This is a comprehensive guide to turn your fears into greater success while seizing new opportunities. It is so significant to have a positive mindset. So this book, it has the potential to completely revolutionize every aspect of your life and career. You can also get this book for a family member or a loved one who just need that inspiration to face the world with a positive mindset. I believe whosoever said that the sky is the limit was wrong. From today on, I, Nompumelelo Riel Kunene, believe that the sky is our point of view. So let's all rise to greater heights. Thank you.